ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Captain Frank Hawks here. Guess what I've been up to for the past couple of days? That's right. No access to Star Citizen, so what do? I catch a sale for Elite Dangerous. Pretty good deal, too. $10. Yeah. So, not that long ago, I watched a review. Less of a review, more of a comparative between Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen. The remark on Star Citizen was that Star Citizen was empty. That there really wasn't a lot to do. Well, let me tell you what's really fucking boring. What's really fucking boring is being a guy whose dream it is to listen to really good music and haul cargo from Earth to Mars, playing a game where trading is about as boring as it gets. I mean, literally, traveling from one system to the next, offloading cargo, maybe being interdicted by a pirate. In comparison to trying to sell medical supplies at Grimhex. Yeah. I wish you luck doing that. This gentleman obviously never once had his ship stolen from Olisar. Never once had his ship stolen from any port. This guy obviously never had been interdicted by pirates, either AI or otherwise. I don't really think he played the game. And so when a comparative is done, really, what you really should do is go play the goddamn game. I mean, like, really play it. Take a week or two and go and do things. It's not hard. However, I'm not going to chastise this person much further. I'm just about to haul cargo to another place, and yes, I'm in a Viper Mark III. I'm experimenting with ships. This is the 5th time that I've restarted, just for the sake of exploration and better understanding of things. I will start at a point, and I will go someplace, and I will do certain things. But I want a starting point from which to go out into the verse with. And it is my current objective to make enough money to get into Keelback as fast as is possible. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time grinding here in starter space in the hopes that whenever I get to where I'm going, wherever that may be, more than likely the Leonard Nimoy space station around the planet Vulcan. Yeah, I'm that much of a geek. That I have a keelback to haul cargo with. Also, let's go over the ship internals real quick. Over here, we have contacts, transactions, which are your missions, the people that you're carrying, things of that nature, and any crime stat that you have, and navigation. Navigation is really well done. Up here we have communication, various people chatting, and mail, and join a ship. General social, people whom you're friends with. Timestamp, squadron, and settings. And then we have, right here, there I am, Commander Frank Hawks, little frustrated with that. Helm controls, fighters if you have them, SRV if you have it, crew if you have it. Help, yeah, that's nice. And over here, you have basically the rest of your controls. The ability up here is the ability to actually customize your character, which is something that should happen at the beginning of the game, not just randomly at the middle of the game. Training, your codex, squadrons, engineers, galaxy news, galactic powers, Power modulation. Yeah. Power modulation. Yeah. Fire groups. Why the fuck the rest of my controls are not set up the way they're supposed to? Various ship components. Inventory, which I don't have currently because I'm not hauling just yet. Status. Ooh, yeah. Because this is very political. This is like Eve in a cockpit. And playlist, which is sorely misused. This should be for music. This should not be for news. Anyways, there's not a lot to complain about this game. It's a fully fleshed out, finished game. Actually, now that I think about it, there are quite a few things to complain about this game. As for the reviewer who said that there isn't much to do in Star Citizen, he apparently hasn't participated in the 50-person wars, due to expand later on. He's obviously never sat in a ship with a large group going off to do various things. What do we got here? And is obviously biased. I personally am getting to not like this game, and I'm disappointed. And it's not because I can't get out of the cockpit. It's because there is so little to do. There we go. I mean, yeah, you could fly around in a spaceship. Yeah, you can do those interesting things, but I mean, come on, man. In Star Citizen, I have run what I would refer to as an operation. This operation, I call the operations that I run are generally serviceable to the purpose of essentially speaking, military tactics.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
And that's nice, dear. So, for instance, one of the operations I have run, I call Operation Fruit Salad. And the entire purpose behind Operation Fruit Salad is basically to cause chaos and then kill as many of your enemies as is possible. So you climb aboard an enemy ship. You sabotage it. You can do this several different ways, and the ways are expanding. Originally, you would have to shoot the pilot, set self-destruct, and fly straight towards enemy fleet with as much maximum power as you can, so that there's not only explosive power, there is impact power, and escape in the process. And the purpose behind this is, simply put, to kill as many of your enemies and to cause as much chaos as is possible. This game has a lot of automation. There isn't a lot of player skill, unless you're talking about fighting. Pretty much the only space in which player skill exists is in the combat. If we get interdicted along the way, we'll get into some combat and I'll show you what it is I'm talking about. But right now, my hands are not on the controls. Right now, I am in no way, nor shape, nor fashion operating this craft.
Detach confirmed. Restrict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
how slow it is. Alright, we're all lined up. Bye! Now I'm in control. Jumping.
Drive charging.
Now, much like Star Citizen, my hands are off the controls now. This is their version of quantum jump. And also, Elite Dangerous has a theme. Okay, it has a theme. We're also now in Supercruise. I have to cool down before next jump, which is also something you won't see in Star Citizen. And jumping.
Drive charging.
Now, is player skill possible? Absolutely, absolutely it is. It's just, in this game, there are a lot of training wheels, and I do mean a lot. You can have Supercruise assist, you can have docking assist. There's a lot of things that are up to the machine and not up to the player. Also, this game has loading screens. You might not be able to see them quite as readily, but it does. Now, am I just going to sit here and bash Elite Dangerous? No, I'm not. I function on a different parallel than most other people do. See, Elite Dangerous is a very different kind of game from Star Citizen. Much in the same way as Eve is a very different game from Elite Dangerous. All right, observe. Supercruise Assist is going to allow us to approach this objective with minimal difficulty. And right now I'm actually trying to get interdicted. I'm not doing the usual things I do to not get interdicted. I'm traveling along normal lanes. I'm not trying to evade normal lanes, and I'm just going through the motions, really, of getting from point A to point B. So I am trying to get interdicted. Okay, I'm gonna have to because it's saying that I'm gonna like collide with shit. Also, EVE Online is what I would call... Oh shit, it's still telling me I'm going to impact with something. Fantastic, that's awesome. I'm going to just already have my night vision on, just in case. Now, understand, I do find this game enjoyable. It is fun, provided that you have your own music. I literally throw on some tunes on YouTube, I tab out and I throw some tunes onto YouTube, and that's how I play this game. I just want to haul cargo, listen to good music. That's it. That's all I really want. And yeah, I'd like to be able to get out of my ship. Something that you're going to notice here with a quickness is we don't do that here. So right now I have night vision on. That's the reason why we can see all of these rocks.
DeLacy, Foxtrot, Romeo, Alpha, please submit a standard docking request before attempting to land. Access granted. Please head directly for Bay 20. You are approved for automated docking.
Yeah. Now, you can unplug this. You can unplug it and go by hand. You really can. And since we're automated, I'm going to turn the night vision off. That's just so that the rocks are highlighted so we don't collide with shit, because that's a possibility. Now, the possibility for player skill does exist here. It really does. It's just you have to remove these things. You have to remove Supercruise assist. You have to remove docking assist. And I'll show you that as soon as we are landed and our mission is complete. And so, very much like...
Docking successful.
Okay, shush. Very much like... Would you shut the fuck up? I'm talking here. Very much like EVE Online, this is the far-flung dark side of science fiction. Okay, the far-flung future, it's dark, it's not exactly positive, and there are Thargoids. Okay, and that's not true for EVE, but you get my gist. Thank you. Appreciate the cash. I don't give a fuck about your political nonsense. Commodity market. Sale. Water. Alright, cool. That's basically it for what I do in this game. I occasionally get into a fight because I get interdicted and I'm like fending off pirates and shit. That's basically the gist of this game. For me. Okay? I'm not a pirate hunter. I'm a cargo hauler. That's what I want to do. I want to listen to good music. I want to goof off. And I want to haul cargo from point A to point B and C. You know, that's how I am. Many other people would have other expectations. And there's a lot of things that we can do. Excuse me? We can haul cargo. We can haul personnel. We can haul all sorts of things. We can go get into fights. We're just going to show off the outfitting. Generally in outfitting, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see your ship. You're not really going to be able to move around it at all. And you're going to be able to look at the various things. Right now, I've just got pulse lasers because they're the cheapest as far as what I have going on. What else? You've got utility mounts. I have a shield support system, and there really isn't much else here, but we can go and look at Moss and Dock and things like that. Core internals, you can replace all of these, much like what Star Citizen is intending to do down the road. But here's the big key thing. We're looking at the outside of our ship. We are looking at the outside of our ship. We are not looking at the inside of our ship. We are looking at the outside of our ship. That's a problem. Okay? I know there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be like, it doesn't matter. It's all good. It's cool. And yeah, we can get a planetary vehicle hangar because, we have Horizons. We don't have Odyssey yet. We're going to fix that somewhere down the road. They don't have anything for that. So, yay. And, we can customize our ship. That's something that needs to happen in Star Citizen. Would you stop yawning? Jesus, drink coffee. Drink coffee. Yay, coffee. That was hot. We can... That's weird. Why isn't it showing the paint? Oh, yeah, it's because they don't have paint here because they're not, spiffy like we are. And you can choose political factions and all this stuff. Shit that truly does not matter. Okay? Literally. Shit that truly does not fucking matter. My God. And very much like a plethora of games out there, this is HOTAS friendly, and it has so many controls, it's ridiculous. Matter of factly speaking, I would go as far as to say this game has more controls than Star Citizen does. And really, is a game qualified by its controls? Well, no. A game is qualified by how streamlined its controls are, how much player skill base is effective, how much interferes with that. You hear me? How much interferes with player skill. What can and can you not do? See, Star Citizen has this huge space in which you can truly fuck your own life. Okay? You could hang out in a hangar, much like this, and then shoot up the place. Well, Armistice Dome, but, that's going to go away eventually. But there are places where you can do that. There are places where you can get away with absolute horse manure. Okay? You can get away with bullshit you can't get away in any other game. The safety lines in Elite Dangerous are so enormous that there's shit you can't get away with. Yeah. We haven't been there yet. Would you... Let's see if I can find it. Okay, stop being weird. Stop being weird. Okay. Alright, let's grab some commodities, because the more commodities that we have... Wake up! The more likely we're going to get jumped, and whether or not we'll die. Sharer. Shamon. Okay, let's see what we can profit from. Liquid oxygen. Look at that profit margin. And we've got 14 cargo spaces we can do that in. Let's keep looking. Look at this. Polymers. That's a significantly increased profit margin. That's what we're going with. 686 on this end.
Maximum capacity.
That's nice, dear. Oh yeah, and you can choose your ship's voice if you're willing to pay for it. Now, mind you, the only commodity in-game, and actually there's a way to look at that. Actually, we have a faster way we can look at that. Just not here. Is through the store. Now we got somebody doing something. That's what that. See, all the noises seem to be associated with shit. I like that. But here's the thing. Everything that we can buy here, we can't buy ships. You heard me. You can't buy ships this way. If you wanted a ship bought and shipped to you, it's not going to happen. Did we already do? Yes, we already did navigation. Auto launch. Let's get on it. We must be right under it.
Detachment complete. Exit the station quickly and safely.
That's a beam. All lined up. You said quickly. Now, am I saying this is a bad game? No, I'm not. Elite Dangerous is a lot of fun. There's a lot of interesting things going on in this game. But it lacks, and I mean lacks.
Clear of the station. Have a safe journey.
Okay. Why are you trying to jump straight there, honey? That's not what we're doing. Let's just do it again, okay? So that you'll wake the fuck up. Okay. Because we can't... Here, let me turn on this just to make sure that we don't run into shit. Alright, that's more like it. Let's go. And here's another thing. You're not limited by the amount of fuel you have. You're limited... Well, I guess so. I guess you are limited by the amount of fuel that you have, pertinent to the amount of distance that you can go. I'm hoping that you're able to hear me over this game, because in my headset, it's really loud. It's really loud. You're limited by the amount of fuel that you have. You cannot go a certain distance. Pink sun. Joy. Alright, and off we go. Into the wild blue yonder. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Once we drop below 38, we can jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, we're actually headed headlong into enemy territory. Look what it says, anarchy but clean.
3, 2,
Well, that was close. Oh yeah, and you grab fuel from stars if you happen to have the scoop for it. It's fucking awesome. Okay, I'm sorry. Orbiting a sun to grab fuel. That's fucking badass. 36, let's go ahead and jump.
drive charging.
Also, the reason why there's such huge... The reason why there's such huge training wheels on this game is because a lot of the things that require skill, I mean, like, we were just super cruising. That actually requires skill. Especially, like, this kind of a sun, that's what we would get fuel from. Like, going to any place via Supercruise as opposed to jump is a literal bear. And I'm going to try to show that off. So, what we have is the distance and how much time it's going to take for us to get there. And I'm going to try to keep my speed on this bar. Well, that didn't happen. And the reason why I'm doing this by hand, okay, crap, is because I legitimately believe I will crash. Like, legitimately. Is the wife calling me? I don't know why she always insists on bothering me. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this. No. No. Bad. You know, because it's nerve-wracking. This can go faster than I can. I do not yet possess that skill. One day, but not today. Anyways, trying to compare Elite Dangerous to Star Citizen is like trying to compare a pepperoni and prosciutto pizza to sushi. It's very different. All space sims are different. But let's be clear. Okay? This, what I'm playing right now, is the atypical bare bones space sim. You're in a ship, you're pretty much grafted to a chair, you can't really leave the ship for any real purpose. This is a space sim. What the people at Cloud Imperium are trying to do is evolve a space sim. Okay, evolve past the EVE Onlines, evolve past the Elite Dangerouses, evolve past the shoot 'em up, you're stuck in a spaceship games. That's what they're trying to do. This guy that I'm currently playing, he never has to eat. He never has to stretch his legs. He never has to poop. Okay? He never has to poop. Why do you think there are Yeah, I'm not getting jacked today.
Delay seat Foxtrot Romeo Alpha. Comms link established. Please approach the station at a safe speed and give way to larger vessels, Commander. Request approved. Adjust heading for approach to pad 06.
What was my thought? I had a thought,
Automated docking
and then they started talking. See, in Star Citizen, you can get out of a ship. You can walk around. You can go and do things. You can explore areas on foot, in a vehicle, and in a spaceship. You can go get into great fights. And that is all there. It is already existent. You can haul cargo from one end of the available verse to the other. And whereas, yes,
Gear deployed.
Elite Dangerous has a lot of stuff going on. Okay, they have a lot of
landing complete.
ships.
Dispatching
They have a lot of star systems. They have almost the entire Milky Way galaxy plotted. And that's fine and dandy. But let me tell you something. Okay, that's nice. Can I go now? Thank you. But let me tell you something. This game lacks in every major area that Star Citizen succeeds. Look at that. We went from 686 to 542. Yeah. We're at 500,000 right now. Why doesn't this place have a shipyard? Oh yeah, we're supposed to be doing that maintenance thing. Because your ship will fall the fuck apart. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen. Is Elite Dangerous worth it? Yes, especially if you're waiting for Star Citizen to be complete. And with Odyssey on the horizon, this may be a competitor. It really may. And furthermore, let me lay out this very simple point. Okay? What Cloud Imperium is trying to achieve with Star Citizen and Squadron 42 is on the large scale. On the very large scale. If all of the sci-fi space games out there all of a sudden pried head from ass and recognized that what Cloud Imperium is trying to do is what we the fans have been after from the beginning. Okay? We want an avatar. We want a sim, as in like The Sims. Has to eat, has to sleep, has to work, has to study, has to this, has to that, and yes, has to poop. Okay, has to go use the facilities. Okay? We want Sims in space, except instead of Sims, we want a sim. We want an avatar that represents us in a sci-fi setting. That can get into and out of a ship. That can get into and out of a ground vehicle. That can hold firearms and shoot them. If Star Trek Online pried their head from their ass, if Star Wars, The Old Republic, pried their head from their ass, if EVE Online pried their head from their ass, if Elite Dangerous, and I believe that they are prying their head from their ass with Odyssey coming up, pried their head from their ass and recognized that that's what we're after, Star Citizen would cease to matter. And that's just a few sci-fi games and a couple of space sims I can pry out of my head right now. Would literally make millions. The ships, they're nice. They're not all important. Okay? The ground vehicles, they're nice. They're not all important. The ability to EVA is what got me. It's what got me to go on a spacewalk. got me with Star Citizen. To exit the space station, go and look at the stars, that got me. It got me dead to rights. I can't let go of it. It doesn't let go of me. It's the kind of shit that I saw on television when I was growing up. Because whenever I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. And now that I'm an adult, I just want to haul cargo through space while listening to music. Okay? That's it. That's all I want to do. This gives me that opportunity. It's the reason why I play these kinds of games. And I'm very much looking forward to Odyssey. And I do not believe that this game should be judged until that happens. Okay? Okay. So, comparing Elite Dangerous with Star Citizen is like comparing apples. Is like comparing apples to shellfish. It does not work because Elite Dangerous is not the same kind of game as Star Citizen. And Star Citizen is not the same kind of game as Elite Dangerous. They are two completely different animals with their own functions. Yes, are they both about spaceships in space? Kind of. Is it more complicated than that? Yes. Yes, it is. Big time. Oh, wow. Anyways, have fun. Be safe. Take care of each other. This is Captain Frank Hawks. I'm signing off.